My daughter put a boy in the hospital, and I've never been prouder. I know how that sounds. Believe me, when the school called and said, "Your daughter was involved in a physical altercation and the other student was hospitalized," my stomach dropped through the floor. I rushed to the school, heart pounding, already rehearsing apologies and wondering what lawyer we'd need. When I got there, my daughter Emma sat in the principal's office, calm, composed, with a frozen juice box pressed to her knuckles. I half expected her to cry or be scared. Instead, she looked at me and said, "He touched her hair without asking." And then he laughed. Turns out, Emma's best friend Maya, sweet, shy Maya, has alopecia and wears a wig. She's been bullied for it before, but this time a boy in their class yanked it off in the middle of lunch and waved it around while everyone laughed. Maya ran from the cafeteria crying. And Emma? Emma stood up, walked over, and punched the boy square in the nose. Broke it in 2 places. The principal started his usual speech about school policy and zero tolerance and appropriate responses. I nodded politely and let him finish, then turned to Emma and said, "Did you hit him once or more than once?" She shrugged. "Just once." I figured that was enough. She wasn't proud of the violence. She wasn't trying to be a hero. She just saw someone she loved get humiliated, and she did something about it. The boy's parents were furious. Mine were proud. And Maya? Maya hugged Emma so tight that her wig slipped sideways, and both of them laughed about it. When we got home, Emma looked at me and asked, "Am I in trouble?" I thought about it for a long second before answering, "With the school? Maybe. With me? Never." The next day, Maya's mom called me crying. Not because of the fight, but because, for the first time in months, her daughter wanted to go back to school. She said, Emma made her feel seen, like she mattered. I told her Emma just did what any decent person should do, but inside, I was glowing. Over the weekend, Emma and Maya built a tiny confidence jar. Every time Maya said something brave or wore her wig proudly or even smiled at someone who used to tease her, they'd write it down and put it in the jar. "It's like collecting courage," Emma explained. "That jar sits on our dining room table now, half full and growing. And get this. On Monday, the boy's mom demanded a meeting with me. I was ready for a showdown, but instead, she walked in with tears in her eyes and said, 'I'm so sorry. I had no idea my son was capable of something so cruel. Thank you for raising a daughter who knew what to do.' We shook hands. She transferred her son to a different school a week later. Emma served her suspension quietly. No drama, no bragging. Just helped Maya catch up on homework and baked cookies with her after school. She never told anyone else about what happened, never posted it online, never wanted recognition. She just said, 'Maya deserves to feel safe.' That's all. Some lessons don't come from books. Some are written in courage and loyalty and knowing when to stand up for someone who's too hurt to speak. Emma may have been suspended for 3 days, but she came home with something far more valuable. A best friend who knows she's never alone, and a dad who's never been prouder. I still look at her sometimes, when she's reading on the couch or helping her little brother tie his shoes, and I wonder how so much fire and kindness can fit inside someone so small. The world doesn't always reward kids like her, but I hope one day, when she's older and doubting herself, she remembers that moment. Not the punch, but the reason behind it. The choice to be brave, even when no one else was.